Welcome to CTV News Channel. It's Wednesday, December 30th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andrea Bain. Well, Britain has become the first country in the world to grant emergency use of the COVID-19 vaccine developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University.
The MHRA's approval has been reached following a thorough and scientifically rigorous review of all the evidence of safety, of quality and of effectiveness of the COVID-19 vaccine AstraZeneca.
The AstraZeneca vaccine becomes the second in the UK's arsenal and comes as the country deals with a winter surge in cases driven by a new variant of the virus. More than 53,000 new infections were recorded in the UK Tuesday, the highest single-day rise since mass testing began. And CTV's London Bureau Chief Paul Workman joins me now. Paul, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
All right, so talk to us about the significance of this AstraZeneca vaccine.
Well, it is significant because it will greatly increase the number of people in this country and beyond that around the world who can have access to a cheap and effective vaccine. They will begin vaccinations here on the 4th of January, which is a pretty happy way to start the new year. AstraZeneca says it can ramp up vaccinations to about 1 million doses a week, and then after that, up to 2 million doses a week. God knows whether there's enough capacity in this country and enough volunteers to be able to get those shots out to people, but that's certainly the target. And as I say, it will make a huge difference in the number of people who are going to be able to get their shots. What they're doing here is they're recommending one shot with a booster within about 12 weeks. So in other words, they'll be able to vaccinate a lot more people a lot more quickly. So that's, as I say, it's quite a significant way to start the new year.
Absolutely. And what sets AstraZeneca apart from the other vaccines, the Moderna and the Pfizer vaccines?
Say again, sorry?
What sets the AstraZeneca vaccine apart from the other two vaccines?
Yeah. It has a lot of advantages. For one, it's quite cheap to produce, about the cost of a cup of coffee here. Second, it doesn't need really deep freeze storage. It can be kept in a fridge, a normal refrigerator, for up to 6 months. And so therefore, it's going to be a lot easier to get out into the countryside here, to get to care homes, to get to little villages in Africa, for goodness sakes, as well, right? So it makes it probably the most prevalent, for now, the most prevalent vaccination in the world. Maybe once the Chinese start to produce a lot more and their vaccine is a lot more available. But for now, the AstraZeneca one is going to lead the world, I think, in making sure that people get some protection.
And I think everybody's anticipating, when will the vaccination start in the UK?
The 4th of January is when they're talking about, and they have a grand plan here for setting up mass vaccination centres throughout the country, including here at the nearby Lord's cricket field, which is quite a huge stadium. And that's where people will eventually go, perhaps very quickly, in the next week or so, stand in line, get their vaccinations through volunteers. Retired doctors, nurses, firefighters, a whole bunch of people are going to be brought in to assist in this huge program.
Yeah, some great news for the UK. All right, well, thank you so much for that update. That is CTV's London Bureau Chief Paul Workman. Thanks again, Paul.
Okay.